Welcome to the Esoteric Cat Tarot. My name is Eve, and I've been reading cards for over 40 years, so I do things a little bit differently. If you're new here, one of the things that I do is I cook the cards, which means I shuffle the cards while you are watching and put my energy into the cards. And while I'm doing that, I ask for you to focus on the cards and put your energy into the cards too. Um, I feel like it gives us a better reading. If I was doing a personal reading for you, I would, after I shuffle the cards and put my energy into it, I would hand you the cards and let you shuffle the cards so that you can pour your energy in there. But we are online, so I would like for you to concentrate your energy here while I shuffle these cards. Spirit picked these cards for me to start with by putting a rainbow on them. I have prisms in my window, and certain times when I sit down to do a reading, Spirit will highlight a deck or a card or something by shining a rainbow on it. And this deck had a rainbow on it after I got everything set out and I got ready to film this. This one had a rainbow on it. Sorry, y'all. It's winter. Y'all are just gonna have to deal with this. I have something that's lingering. First, I thought it was allergies. I don't know. My my man thinks that it's because the apartment we live in has black mold. Yeah, it does. I don't own the building, or I would get rid of all that. But I mean, it is what it is. We live near the river. Most of the um, houses here that are 100 years older have been flooded before, and it happens because back then people did not even worry about mold. They just let it happen. So anyway, that is y'all don't care about that, do you? um if y'all are returning here, even if you're new here, if y'all like the fact that I share a little bit about myself and my life, especially at the beginning, um when I am shuffling the cards, let me know in the comments, okay? Or if you don't like it, let me know that too, so I can consciously stop. I'm from Appalachia, and in Appalachia, we overshare. That's just how we are. We like to talk. We've never met strangers. We talk to everybody. I am truly an introvert. If you know me, I am very much an introvert. I like to stay home 99% of the time and just do my own thing with my family. But I am Appalachian, so I talk to everybody when I'm out on the street. When I'm past you on the street, I will talk to you. I don't care if I'm in New York City, and I have been in New York City before. And sometimes people think I'm crazy, but I don't care. That's how we are. We talk to everybody we pass on the street. We talk to people when we're standing in line. We just talk to people. So that's me. I just talk to people. But if you don't like that, if you think that is not something that you want to hear, drop me a comment and be like, quit the chit chat. Or if you want me to, they have this, what's it called? Where you put the timestamp so people can click that and go right to it. If you want me to like put a timestamp in my videos of where the actual reading starts, um, you can tell me that in the comments and I'll start doing that. But I do feel like that while I'm doing this, that we're building some kind of rapport, and you have that chance to put your energy into these cards while we're just sitting here having a little chit chat, because that's exactly what would happen in a real reading. I do these readings as if I'm doing a real reading with you. One in person, not that these are fake readings. That didn't make any sense, but you know what I'm saying. I, I I do my readings on here, and I even do it with the camera angle. I'll try with the camera angle, to make it look like you're sitting at my kitchen table with me and I'm doing a reading, okay, in person. I want you to feel like that. I want that kind of energy. And that's why I do it like this, the camera angles and stuff that I do, even though I switch it up a little bit because I'm trying to get the perfect angle. Um, and that's why I chit chat, because that's what I do. I mean, it's just me, it's my personality, okay? Anyway, let's get these cards a cooking. And you might be hearing that wind kicking up outside. It is getting close to being winter here in Appalachia, and we get these big old cold north winds that come through, and they're pretty strong, okay? And the room here where I do my readings, I have a window that is not, it's not the best window, okay? This isn't my place, so I'm not going to like put new windows and stuff in, okay? Yeah, I'm just not going to do that. Why would I do that for someone else, right? It's not my place. I don't own it. Um, and the person that owns my apartment owns like hundreds of apartments, so if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so it's just a money enterprise for him. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You know, hey, make your money. But these apartments are older. They do have the new windows. They've put the new windows in. You know, those double pane windows to keep it warmer. But whenever they put these windows in, I didn't live here then. Whenever they put them windows in, they because the house is old and it's settled, uh everything is not plumb anymore, right? That is just life when you're living in a place that's over 100 years old and nothing is plumb. So when they put the windows in, they did their best, let's put it that way. But there are parts of the windows that have like not good seals and stuff like that, so the wind really kicks up and whistles sometimes. So if you ever hear that in my readings, that's what it is. I'm not being haunted by ghosts while I'm doing the reading. It is the wind kicking up. Anyway, I've done talked a long time, haven't I, on this one? I don't know. I feel like I got a lot to say. Evidently, there was some stuff there that somebody needed to hear about. Okay, maybe you needed to know that you're not alone, right? That if your windows are whistling and you live in a house that has black mold and that's over 100 years old, so do other people, right? Other people have this kind of life too. You're not alone. We're not all perfect on the internet, even though some of us try to look like we are. But one thing you're going to get from me, I'm straightforward. I'm very straightforward. I'm not trying to present myself in a way that's not me on this channel. I'm not trying to sell you stuff. I'm not, I'm just being me. This is just me and you having a conversation at my kitchen table. So here we go. Now that I've said all kinds of stuff, let's see what Spirit wants us to know for this reading, y'all. Let's see. Wow, it's gotten like eerily quiet now. Strange. No, now here comes the wind again. Okay, I guess no more out of this deck, huh? No more out of that deck? Let's see what these two say. Hmm. There's that wind. See the wind and the flags and coming through my window. Crow soaring. Looking toward the future. Seeing what the wind's blowing in. Thinking in deep thought. Thinking. What is the wind blowing in? What is that, y'all? Looks like a cup in a cage, don't it? I've never noticed that on here before. Is that a cup in a cage? It looks like it to me. So cups are emotions. You're keeping your emotions caged. Hmm. You got your emotions locked down. Okay. You got your emotions locked down, and you are using your intellect instead of relying on your heart. You're relying on your intuition while you're doing this thinking. Yeah. You're letting your intuition and your intelligence analyze the situation, which is good. Because evidently you have, for many, mm, for a long time, all these notches on her arm. It makes me think of like those notches that you put on a wall in the old movies where they have like how many days they're in prison or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? That's what this reminds me of. It could also, just thought of it, it could also symbolize self-harm. Let's hope it's not. Let's not even go there. Um, if that is the case, get you some help. But it's like self-imposed. She thinks, see, do you see these birds, these crows? They're trying to help her, but she doesn't see it. She doesn't see that they're trying to help her because she has blinders on. She's very tied up in herself, and doesn't want to see the help that's being offered her. She doesn't want to see the help that's being offered her. So that has evidently been a long time you thought like that, and now you're using your intuition. And now let me get some more here. Because you've got your heart locked down, but I don't see it as a bad thing. It's like your emotions are on lockdown. You're not letting your emotions carry you away anymore. That you are using your intellect and your intuition to see what you need to see about your future instead of being blinded and not seeing what's happening. So let's get a little more here about this. Let's get a little more with these crows. This right here is the Urban Crow Oracle. I'm trying to get a little more insight on these crows. This soaring crow here, it's like your thoughts soaring, and the crows here that are trying to help you. You're using your intuition. Maybe the spirit is trying to communicate to you through crows. Bound. Bound and ghosts is on the bottom. I'm going to take that. It's telling me to take that. The rainbow just hit it. And if you've been here a while, you know the rainbow's playing on this one too, which is really cool because it's playing on the, I don't think it's picking up on the camera, it's playing on the wings of the crow, and they do that. If you ever really look at a crow, they're not black, they're like a rainbow. Um, bound by ghosts. Just like heart, like love, like pure love. White roses, pure love. Winter, past, ghosts, lots of ghosts. let's get a little more clarification here. Your intuition, you're looking at the future, you're bound. There's a bond that you have from the past to ghosts, and it has something to do with you not there are birds all over this. Bird, 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 of course, but there's tons of birds on this. There's a bird here. There's a bird here. So birds, messages. There's another bird. It's a new day. There's messages. These are okay. Just gonna do it. Just gonna say it. Just gonna me and this mic. I gotta figure out my mics. Anyway. There is okay. You have felt in the past that you have sacrificed yourself for love. You have sacrificed yourself. You have become whatever this love wanted you to be because you so needed to have that bond. Um, but you're done with that. You're done. This is a ghost of the past. Ghost of the past. You gotta let that go. You gotta let this ghost of the past go. This ghost of the past. This ghost of the past who you pretended, look at you there. You pretended to be someone that you weren't just so that you could have the love of this person. Okay? You pretended. You thought that's what you wanted in life, but you didn't. You didn't want that in life. And it got old. It got old. But you thought that this person was the one, right? You thought that this was the one, and you thought that it was going to be amazing and wonderful and perfect, and you realized it wasn't. That you were so emotionally wrapped up, almost like a trauma bond with this person. Um, and they're a ghost of your past now. They're a ghost of your past, but you still have these problems, right? You still you still have these blinders on. You're not seeing what's in front of you. You have all of these marks. You have all these marks and scars and from this relationship, okay? From this relationship, you have all of this trauma, and I hate having to say the word trauma all the time, so, but because I don't feel like this is necessarily like a toxic, abusive past relationship. I feel like this is a relationship where you discovered who you really were, and it's not who the person needed you to be, and you kind of just were like, okay, this isn't working because I'm not happy. I'm not happy in this relationship. This relationship has me acting like someone who is not me. Okay, I'm pretending. I'm pretending to be what this person wants, and that's not really me. So I have put the blinders on, and I did not want to see what was happening. Right? I didn't want to see what was happening, and I don't want to see that. I didn't. This is past. This is stuff in the past. These are ghosts of the past. I didn't want to see the people that were helping. I didn't want to see what people were telling me. I didn't want to see the reality of it, right? Even though there were people trying to help me, I did not want to see the reality of it. That's what this is saying. But now it's a new day. It's a new day. Things are different. Things have, there's the wheel of life, the wheel of fortune, but it's also the wheel of life. You see, it's the Kabbalah tree of life. There's a lot of symbolism in this um, card. I could do an entire just video on the symbolism in this one card. So there's a lot of symbolism in this card. Okay, it's the tree of life. It's the wheel of fortune. There's a lot of symbolism in this card, but it's a new day. It's a new day. Let's put it that way. It is a new day. It is a new day, and see the new day dawning. It's a new day dawning, and there's instead of the birds, instead of you not seeing the birds that are trying to help you, and like over here was your little bird in the background trying to tell you that this isn't you, right? This isn't what you wanted to be. The bird is trying to tell you. The birds were trying to help you. But it's a new day now, and you have the bird, okay? You have the bird. You understand this is your intuition and your intelligence and your knowledge, right? You have the knowledge now. You know what is, you know. All right, you know that that was not making you happy. And so what you're doing right now in your life is you're thinking about this. You have your heart. I keep wanting to say your heart on lockdown, but it's not necessarily in a bad way. Okay. Sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we have to like take a break from relationships and heart related stuff so that we can think clearly and that we can actually use our intuition. Okay. And that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing right now. You're taking this pause in your life. And this is the perfect time. Winter is the perfect time to start, taking that pause and rethinking things and really looking at things. But you are looking at your future. You're looking at it with intuition. You are letting that go, right? You know what I'm saying? You're letting that ghost of the past go. And you are focusing on yourself and what you need because it's a new day. It's a new day, and you are getting in touch with your spirit and what you need and who you really are. You are getting in touch with who you really are as a person, not this person you pretended that you were. This is not, look, you're turning your back on this. You are turning your back on this because this is not who you were. This is not who you were. You've grown, you've matured, you realize that this person you were pretending to be, and you were ignoring the little bird, you were ignoring your intuition, you were ignoring the messages, you had the blinders on and you were ignoring the messages that were coming, that were trying to help you, were trying to help you see the reality. You were ignoring all of that, but now you're not. Now you're not. It's a new day. New day. You listened to the bird. You listened to your ancestors and your help that was trying to come, the people that were trying to help you. And you received that message. You received that message that it is time for you to concentrate on what you want, to use your intuition, to look into the future, to not be guided by just your emotions. That you need to look at things logically, you need to use your intuition, and you need to move into the future and think about the future that is coming. And it's coming, y'all, because it's, going to be the end of the year. There's a lot of retrospection that we go through in December. And that's what's happening here. This sun is like, whew. Mm. Yeah, no, okay. Not that one. You want another one of these? Okay, let's see. those are falling all apart, aren't they? Look at that. This one? Self-interest. Okay. That said a lot, right? Self-interest. That's what time it is. It's time to look forward with self-interest, right? It's time to concentrate on yourself and what you need and not the emotions driven thinking that you have to have a relationship and pretend to be someone else to have that relationship, right? It's time to stop doing this and start doing more of this, thinking about yourself, not in that selfish way, you know what I'm saying? But in that way of like, what do you truly want? What is it that you want? Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Look at your self interest. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your knowledge. You have a lot of knowledge. Yeah. It's time to, cut through the bullshit. Cut through the bullshit and figure out what it is that you want to do. Okay. What do you truly want to do in your life? Because this ghost of the past that that you had this bond and stuff with, this ghost, sorry, that stuff happening. This ghost from the past, let them go. They're ghosts from the past, but for some reason they've come up again. And maybe it's because you didn't fully take the blinders off. Maybe you haven't fully taken them off yet, It's time to think about you and not everything else. It's time to think about what you need as a person. See that this person is, even though this person is like, hey, what about me? What about me? Look at me. What about me? Aren't you going to give that to me? Aren't you going to give me that? You're supposed to give that to me. That's what this is. You're supposed to give me what I want. You're supposed to be you know, the perfect companion, whatever. You're supposed to be the perfect. And no, you're done with that. You're done with that. You're done with it. You're taking the blinders off. You're thinking about yourself and what you need that's going to help you grow, right? That's what you're doing right now. You're thinking of that. You're using your intuition, you're using your knowledge so that you can grow, so that you can look forward into the future. That's what's happening here. And that's what time it is. That is what time it is. What time it is, huh? What time it is? What time it is? What time it is? That means something to someone. What time it is? Look and see what time it is. That means something to you. What time it is? 3. This is 3. Aspen Spirit Courage. What time it is? And it's 30:30 on the clock. So, yep, 3. Courage. Courage. Courage to transform. See the blue butterflies? Blue butterflies. Blue butterflies have a lot of significance to me. And look at the sun shining here, shining through the trees. And these are trees of fall and winter. These are fall and winter trees. Do you see them? And then the sun is shining through there. And there's the castle. There's the castle and the blue butterflies transformation. So this is your message right now. This is your time of transformation. Okay? This is your time of retrospection. Having the courage to listen to your intuition, to listen to your mind, your knowledge that you have, to think of things intellectually and also with intuition about how you want to transform your life. This is your time of retrospection right now. This is fall, these winters, fall, going into the winter trees. That's what this is. This is your time of introspection. This is your time to think about how you want to transform, how you want to truly become the person that you are. What do you need to do that? What do you need to do to get rid of that the blinders, for better term, the blinders. How you can get rid of the blinders and see what's going on, right? This is your time of retrospection. You need to go in and you need to think, really think deep down what it is that you want. Don't think with your heart. Don't let your emotions cloud your thoughts. Think with your intuition and think with your intellect. What is it you want? Where do you want to be in life? Think about your self interest, not everyone else around you, because all these people aren't always going to be here. What do you truly want in life? This is your time to do that. This is your time to have the courage to take the time to work on yourself, because you do everything for everybody else and you try to be everything for everybody else, and you can't do that. This is a new day. Remember, you have to cut through the bullshit. You have to cut through the bullshit. And it is time to do that. It is time to take the time that you need to analyze. Okay? Analyze your life. Don't listen to the emotions. Listen to the intuition and your intellect. Analyze your life. Decide how you want to transform. This is the time to transform. This winter and fall is the time to transform. The light is shining. You see that? Spirit is giving you this time. Spirit is giving you this time to build your castle. See, your castle's in the distance. Your castle's in the distance, and the butterflies are closer because that's your transformation. You have to transform to get to the castle that you want, right? So Spirit is giving you this time right now. That is what this message is. This message is for you to take that time. This is what you need to do over the next, few months. Take that time. Take that downtime and really analyze what it is that you want in life. What do you want? Because everything is possible. Everything is possible. Things are good. Everything is possible. Everything is going to work out. Okay? You need to know that. You need to know that everything is going to work out. But you have to figure out what you want so you can go for it, right? You have to have the courage. You have to have the courage to look inside yourself and do that. That's what you have to do. You have to have that courage to look inside yourself and do that. Take that time. Start journaling, write a message to yourself. Uh, honey, this is your wake up call. Look, this is your wake up call. You see that? Look at the moon. The moon is calling to you, okay? These are the tides, the ocean tides and the moon. Do you see that? This is your wake up call right here. This reading is your wake up call. Stop pretending to be someone you're not. Stop trying to fit in other people's boxes. Have the courage. Have the courage to answer this wake up call. Okay? Have that courage. Have that courage. Cut through the bullshit. See the wake up call? This is your wake up call. Cut through the bullshit. Accept help from others, okay, about this. See this? She's got the message from the ancestors. She's accepted it. Stop doing this. So your wake up call. Wake up call. Stop. Take those blinders off. You put them on yourself. People are trying to tell you that. You need to heal yourself. You need to take your blinders off. You need to stop trying to be somebody that you're not. Okay? Because you're not happy. You're not happy. This is your wake up call. It's time for some self interest, self retrospection. Okay? This is your wake up call. See that? She sees that wake up call. She knows this is you. It is time. It is time for you to become this, to listen to your intuition and your intellect and to figure out exactly what it was, what you want in your future, what it was that was holding you back. It's time to stop worrying about relationships and worry about your relationship with yourself, with your spirit, with your intuition. That is what it is time for. That's your wake up call, honey. Plain as day. I mean, how much plainer can this get? This is your wake up call to do this. It's your wake up call. Have the courage. Have the courage to answer it. Okay? Have the courage to answer that wake up call. Have the courage to look, to transform, to stop being what everyone else wants you to be, and to really listen to spirit, listen to your intuition, listen to your intellect, and start moving in that direction. Okay? Start planning, start spending time with yourself, journaling, figuring out exactly what it was that you want that you didn't get in the past. What was that? What was it that you wanted that you didn't get from the ghosts of the past, from that relationship that you had to pretend like you were someone else? How can you give those things to yourself? How can you do that? How can you build that castle that you want, that life you want to live? You have to go within. Spend some time thinking and reflecting and listening to your intuition. Listen to the messages from spirit. Listen to the messages from the ancestors. Cut through the bullshit and listen. Use your intellect. Use your mind. Cut through the bullshit. Focus. What do you want? That's it. That's it. There's your wake up call. All right. If this resonated, leave me a comment. Tell me something. Talk to me. I will comment back. I love comments and I will comment back to them. If you feel like this was your wake up call, um, drop me some alarm clock emojis in the comments, okay? Little alarm clock emojis. Don't we have them? Drop them in the comments. Let me know that you know it's your wake up call, that you are awake now, okay? Um, like this video. That way it lets the algorithm know that you like this video and that other people may like this video too. So the algorithm will push it out so more people can get this message. Because a lot of people need a wake up call. If you know somebody needs a wake up call, send this video to them in a message. Okay, you can send it to a message on Facebook Messenger or a DM in Instagram or whatever. Send it to their email. If they need a wake up call, send it to them. Let them have the message. Maybe you're the bird trying to tell them that they need a wake up call. Okay. Send this to them in a message. Be like, hey, wake up call. Um, you can share this out on, anywhere, Facebook, uh, Tumblr, Twitter, wherever you want to share it. Helps to get the message out. And if you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to build a community here of people who want to help each other. So subscribe. Let me know that you want to be part of that community. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. You just hit that subscribe button, and you will find out every time I post a new video. Every Thursday, I post long form videos like this. Um, and then throughout the month, I also do zodiac videos, zodiac readings, and I do new moon and full moon readings, and whatever else Spirit tells me to post. Um, so if you're subscribed, you won't miss any of that. Okay. That's it. That's it, y'all. Wake up call, loud and clear. Loud and clear. This is your wake up call. Love your faces. Kisses.